So training for the 100 looks different for me specifically as a 100-meter runner since I only run the 100. It's a lot of less intervals and not a lot of longer distances like a 150 or doing 200s or doing 160s. So it's very different. It's very short distance, like making sure that I'm working on my speed development, but making also sure that I'm working on developing like the start of my race and the end of the race, and especially the middle of the race where my race tends to break down. When I get on the line, very recently I've had to tell myself in terms of key performance indicators that what I need to be focused on is pushing out to a certain point on the track. So if I think about pushing out to a certain point on the track and splitting big, I'm able to then open up my race and my race plan throughout the race. In the moments before the gun goes off, I just close my eyes and make sure that I feel at peace and calm, and I don't think about anything. I have just a completely blank mind. So after the first push-off, my mind goes to split big, split big, split big, and that's something that I just am telling myself internally. And as soon as I do that, I kind of forget about the rest of the race. That's just like my one thing, is split big. Because if I split big, I'll hopefully make up for it throughout my race. Freshman year, sophomore year, a little bit of junior year, I was thinking about the other people I was competing against, and that kind of throws off your whole race pattern, like your lane, because it's really, you can't really control what anyone else is doing and how anyone else is running. All you can control is what you do in your lane. And so very much so, I feel like this year especially, I've really just thought a lot about what can I do in my lane to control my own race. Like, I can't control what other people do. That's outside my control. They could beat me out of the gate and they could run a really fast race and their form could break down. But if I concentrate on that, I'm not running the race plan that's in front of me. I would say the one thing to be successful in the 100 is to relax, because in a 60, it's short twitch, it's super fast. Like, you have time to relax, but at the same time, you don't really have time to relax. But in a 100, if you're not relaxed by the end of your 25 meters and you tighten up, that's where you can lose the race. So it's less about starting the race off super well and like having like a strong push out, and more about like how you end your race. Because so much of my time when I was a freshman and a sophomore was spent focusing on the beginning of my race, and I thought that was gonna win me the race. But if you focus on that and your form breaks down at 25 meters, everyone's gonna pass you and you're gonna be in second, third place because you didn't relax and focus on the end of your race. So I think that's the biggest point that, like, for the 100 is focusing and making sure to breathe and relax the last 25 meters of the race.